Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of our math lesson on lines, rays, and line segments. Today we're going to be learning about rays for part 2. Before we talk about rays, I just want to quickly refresh your memory about lines. You guys can review this tool on your own. Remember that a line has an arrow going in both directions, and when you're naming the line, it doesn't matter which order you put the letters. It could either be line A, B, or line B, A. The direction doesn't matter because the line goes forever in both directions. Okay, so today we're going to be learning about something new called rays. So everyone has this sheet attached to review. This is your tool. So this is what a ray looks like. And as you can see, it does look very similar to a line, but it is different. So in your lesson for part 1, you learned about points. And points just show a location and you draw them as a dot. So if you notice, the ray is different from a line because one side has a point and then one side has an arrow, which means that it goes on forever. So in a ray, one side ends, or actually starts, at a point. It's not forever. It's starting at this point, and then it's going on forever, but only in one direction, not two directions like a line. So I'm going to just read you the definition for a ray. A ray starts at one point and goes on indefinitely forever in one direction. Okay? So just like a line, rays can be drawn in different ways. They can look different. They can be different sizes. And when we're naming rays, you would have 2 points. So you would label the endpoint where the ray starts, A, then draw a second point and label it B, or whatever you would like to label them, whatever letters. Then I would write it as ray A, B. It starts with A and goes to B, so either ray A, B, or I can draw a little symbol, a small ray, and write A, B. So those are the 2 ways of naming the ray. I want to just discuss a little bit further what I already spoke about, endpoints. So the endpoint is, ironically, because I know it says end, so you would think it's where it ends, but it's actually where the ray begins. So the endpoint is where the ray begins, and it's the dot, the point. So this is called the endpoint. And it's very important to know that when you are writing the name of a ray, you must start with whatever letter is at the endpoint. So if this was A, I would have to name my ray starting with A, because you always have to start with whatever letter the endpoint is. Okay, so it's not like a line that it doesn't matter which direction you put the letters. It could either be A, B, or B, A. With rays, you have to start with the endpoint when you're writing the name. Okay, so let's practice. Let me erase this and let's do a few examples together. All right, so I'm gonna draw a ray, and I know that this gets labeled, so I'll label my endpoint as B. Then I draw another point, I'll make that C. So now I have a ray with the endpoint of B and another point of C. I know that I always have to start with my endpoint when I'm naming a ray. So this could either be ray B, C, or I can use a symbol, a small ray, and underneath put BC. So these are the two ways that I can name array. Let's do another example. Y. Here's my second array. Y, Z. Which do I have to start with? Which point? Y or Z? Right, I have to start with the endpoint, Y. So I say what it is. It's array, Y, Z. Or I can use my symbol, right? The symbol of the array, and then Y, Z. So here are the two different ways of naming array. Okay, so now you guys are going to review your attached tool on what is array, and then you will answer your Google form questions. And on Monday, we will review quickly lines and rays, because obviously some time will pass over the weekend. And then we will talk about our last part, line segments. All right, great job, guys.